Okay.
Okay, we're going to start teaching the 10-step spelling method. Say that again.
10-step spelling method.
These 10 steps are for lots of different kinds of people to kind of help everybody's brains have some way of helping them learn how to spell. We're going to start by looking at page 71. Page 71 has 10 words on it, and they have some weird markings on the left-hand side here. Can you guys point your finger at the left-hand side where they have the underlines and the spaces? If you ever wonder how to underline or space out a word, that's called parsing. Everybody say parsing.
Parsing.
If you ever have a wonder about that, it's here. We provided every single word in the book for you. You can find it, okay? And so this, next week, when you guys do these words, they'll be listed here, okay? We're going to go over them in class, but usually we only go over some of them in class, and you might have to look at the book for the rest of them in class. That's cool, okay? You can do that. So now go back one page to page 70. 70. Every page 70. Say page 70.
Page 70.
Page 70. Okay, this is the 10-step spelling method at the top. Put your finger at the top where the boxes are. Okay. Every one of these words will, like, the whole line is going to be one process. So put your finger on the left-hand side where there's a blank word. Anakin, we're on video. Can you, so my voice comes through nicely? Thank you, sir. Okay, so, and then go to the next little box that says say, and then the next little box says what? Look and think. The next box says say and parse. The next box says close and spell. Check, trace and parse, check, write. Okay, start again. On the left column, say write.
Right.
Next one, say.
Say.
Look and think.
Look and think.
Say and parse.
Say and parse.
Close and spell.
Close and spell.
Check.
Check.
Trace and parse.
Trace and parse.
Check.
Check.
Write.
Right.
Check.
Check.
Okay, so we're going to do one of these words up here on the board, and when we do the word, I'm going to go through that process with you all, okay? So the first word we're going to do is off of the first list I showed you, off of that page 71. We're going to do the word loose. Everybody say loose.
Loose.
What's a sentence with the word loose in it? John, what would be a sentence with the word loose in it?
Loose.
I'm calling on people, no hands, please.
Loose things.
What's a sentence?
Losing things.
You get losing things? What about a dog? Could a dog get
Lost.
lost? But he was on my leash and he got loose?
Loose.
Yeah, would that be okay?
My dog
Is that shirt too big for you? It looks kind of loose. Would that be a good sentence?
My dog actually slipped out of his leash.
Okay, that means he got loose. Okay, so everybody say loose.
Loose.
Pay attention to what it feels like when you say the word loose. There's an ooh sound in there, right? Loose. Okay, let's write it in the first box. With my pen, I'm going to write it first, but then you guys can write it. In this lesson, it's for cursive, right? But if you are really not comfortable with cursive, then ignore the cursive for now. But of all the places, this is the spot that ACE teaches the cursive, right? So this is kind of like the time to try to turn on your cursive button. Okay, so turn on your cursive button, yeah.
Cursive button.
I don't know where your button is. Mine is right here. Okay.
My cursive button.
Loose. So
My cursive
I
button
write
is
it
right
here, okay? I'm writing it correctly. I can cheat for this part. I can look it up because I need to start with a correctly spelled word. Loose, okay?
Can we write that?
Yep, write this on your paper.
On the first.
On the first one. Yep, this is just the example. You're going to have to do this again next week, which is fine. Write this up there.
Right here?
On number 1, page 70. On page 70, right here.
I don't see.
Page 70. Page 70. Okay, and there you go. So the first thing we have to do is say. What this means is that we're going to say, the first box says say, right? This means we're going to say the word, but only the letter names. Let's say the letter names. Okay, say it with me. L-O-O-S-E. Say it again. L-O-O-S-E. That is just for your brain to hear you say it. You can whisper it to yourself, but you do need to say it. Okay, the actual saying is part of this neurological brain exercise we're doing with your brains. Yeah, but if you do, you won't benefit from the audio, the ears. So part of this is like, how does your brain work best? So we can check that off. So check it off, or put an X there, or whatever you want to do. A dot works fine.
Star.
Now we're gonna look at it and think about it. What do you think? What do we see in this word?
No.
We see double O's, right? We see the double O's. This is a sound. I don't know if that helps us, but and then is it Lucette? Lucy?
Lucy.
No, that's silent, right?
Lucy.
So it's just loose. So we're thinking about it. Did you guys look and think about it?
Yeah.
Check off that box. Okay? I'm going to write it here. Look and think. Okay, I'm checking this off. And what's the next thing? It says to say and parse. This means say the sounds. Like ooh, ooh, final silent E. That's like a parsing kind of way of thinking to spell. Everybody tap your head and say think to spell.
Think to spell.
Okay, now we're going to parse, okay? So, let's do that parsing together. I like to use my fingers for this part because it's so helpful. Let's look at my fingers right now. Eyes on my fingers. Ooh, ooh, final silent E. Can you do that with your fingers? Ooh, ooh. Two fingers because there's two O's there. They're stuck together. Final silent E. Okay, let's do it a little bit faster, not too fast. Ooh, ooh, final silent E. Ooh, ooh, final silent E. Let me hear you.
Final silent E.
Okay. Do you think that we did that next box?
Yeah. I've already done the whole.
Say and parse. Okay, the next one is close and spell. What do you think that means?
Lose.
Ah, not correct. Your brain.
L-O.
But, okay, John was a great example here. He said it in a way that as soon as it came out of his ears, mouth, it went into his ears, and then his brain engaged. There's like this whole thing going on with your brain, and then he was able to go, I didn't. So when you say it with your eyes closed, it will make your ears hear it, and your brain will work differently. It's good, okay? So everybody close your eyes,
Lose.
and then say it out loud, L-O-O-S-E. Yes. So did we do that? Close and spell? Yes, we did. And now it has a check thing. Now let's look back over here. Did we do it correctly?
Yeah.
We checked it?
Yep.
So check.
John didn't.
It's fine, Anakin. Okay, trace and parse. Trace and parse. Okay, this is totally called kinesthetic. It means you're going to do something with your fingertips. Everybody say kinesthetic. Not an important word, but it's fun. Okay, take a cool, you're going to touch something. I like these shirts because they kind of have a rough edge to them. And then write the word on yourself, okay? Final silent E. You can't really do it on your arm because that's smooth. One other place you can do it is the carpet, okay? L-O-O-S-E. My kids at home like to have like a piece of woven fabric that they did it with. You can do it on your shirt if it has some texture, but you get it, write the word, L-O-O-S-E, okay? And then you did it, and then now you check it. Let's look back at the beginning, look with your eyeballs. Your brain is connecting. Anytime you're using your eyes, your ears, your brain, your mouth, those are all working together to memorize how to spell this. Look back with your eyeballs and think, did I spell it correctly? L-O-O-S-E. Yes, I did. I checked it. Okay, and go to writing it again. This time you cover up the other side.
Yep.
Covering, I'm not looking. I write it, and then I check it. Did I look over there and then look over here, compare them? Did they look the same?
Yep.
Yes, I did. I should have made a mistake so that you guys could. I'll go like this. Are they the same?
That's
a
loss.
No, they're not.
Lose.
It's actually lose with the Z sound. This is actually like I lose the game with the Z sound. So I spelled it correctly, and then I check, and that's the 10 steps. Some people just check off the check marks and don't do the brain work. But if you can imagine we're a cartoon for a second. Pretend like we're cartoons, okay? And there's little arrows that go around my head. When I do one of these, it's an arrow going, like when I say it, it It goes out my mouth and in my ears. Can you guys pretend that it's a cartoon for a second with like fancy, cool squirrel running out of my mouth and into my ears? Okay, and then when I look at it out of my eyes and trace it, or look at it and think about it, that's my eyes going into my brain, so another squirrel going out my eyes, into my brain. Then I spell it and parse it. I already sound it out and I parse it. That's my mouth and my brain, but my ears are hearing it too. Then I do all these steps and it's like little things happening with your brain. If you just do check, 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 then you are not benefiting from all of the yummy brain activity, right? When you're doing it with your finger on the carpet or on your shirt or something, that's kinesthetic. The squirrel is coming out of your finger and going into your brain.
But if you do it on your arm,
It's not as rough, so you want to have something that feels bumpy.
but
Or
my hands would work since I have eczema. And I
Oh,
can
that's
feel
true.
my thumbs.
There you go. That's true.
So there's-
I like other kinds of textures too. Sometimes you might want a fuzzy thing or a velvety thing or a couch or something like that. But you can do whatever at home. But this is what you'll do with your words, okay? I will say one more thing that might be a little confusing. When you get good at this, some of you are going to be like, this feels like overkill. This is way too much stuff for me. I really know how to spell these words very easily. Then what you can do, only for you who are really capable and your teacher has to approve it, you can just have your parent give you a spelling test. They can turn to the page with all the words on it. And then when they see all the words, they can give you a fake spelling test at home. It's called a pre-test. Pre means before. So everybody say pre-test.
Pre-test.
They can give you a test before, and your mom can say loose, and you can spell it correctly. And then she can say sweet, and you can spell it incorrectly, but you don't know this yet. You can finish all the words, and then when you get done, your mom goes, oh, sweetheart, it looks like you missed the word sweet. And then you do the 10, then you do the 10 steps with the word sweet. Does that make sense? So maybe you got like 4 of them wrong or something. And this can help you focus your brain activity where it needs to focus. Okay? Thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Okay.
Thumbs up. I have a big thumb now.
Oh, is there water bottles in here?
Good?
No.
Okay, it's fine.
Try to turn it off now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.